My dad banned me from grieving my mom, forced me to call his mistress mom, and acted shocked when I cut them off. Now they've moved to my neighborhood uninvited and think showing up makes them family again. My mom passed away when I was 14. I was always closer with her than my dad, so I took it very hard and still missed her every day. My dad moved on extremely quickly though. Just a month later, he was openly dating his current wife. I suspect he was cheating on my mom. She moved in 4 months after my mom's death. Then, 9 months after her death, they announced their engagement on my birthday as one of my gifts. I obviously didn't take it well. I dumped the cake they got me, yelled at them, and walked out. I disappeared for a few days until they were about to put out a missing persons runaway report. I was forced to go back but wished I hadn't because they tried to get rid of all evidence of my mom, pictures, personal effects, memories, and others, now that his wife was moving in. I kept what I could and hid some others. They wouldn't even let me celebrate her birthday or anything to do with my mom. They also tried to force me to call his wife Mom. I never did, so they retaliated by ignoring me when I called her by her name. She would even introduce herself as my mom, but I corrected her every time. When I turned 18, I left for uni and went extremely low contact and didn't go back. When I was 21, I got engaged to my fiancé. Somehow my dad and his wife found out and they had a fit as they didn't know I was seeing someone. My dad's wife posted on social media saying she was excited that her son, me, was getting married and said she can't wait until she becomes a grandma. I made a short post saying I am not and never was her son, and she won't be a grandma to any future kids. My dad got mad saying I was disrespecting my mother and embarrassed her. I asked who we were talking about because my only mother was gone. I lost both of my parents on that day when I was 14. That was 3 years ago, and we went back to low contact. But now my wife is 8 months pregnant and they showed up to my house. I never gave them my address. They wanted to talk and meet my wife. I didn't let them in and said to turn around and go back to where they came from. But apparently they decided they wanted to move to my city to be closer and repair the relationship between us. She said she missed her son and wanted to be a better mom and grandma. I called them delusional and told them to leave and slammed the door. They bought a house about 5 minutes away from us. That was the final straw for me. I wrote my dad a letter summing up why I want no contact, how I feel about what they did, how his wife is not my mom and will never be. If I feel like giving them a chance, it is on my terms. They are not to talk to my wife or I at any time unless it is through our lawyer. They are also not welcome around us at any point, including our house, school, daycare, social gatherings, birthdays, Christmas, BBQs, etc. In public, we are strangers. We keep our space and act like we don't exist. If they break this, they will get a follow-up letter, up to and including a protection order. I'm now focused on my wife and soon-to-be child. I hope I'm ready. I know how not to be a father, so there is that.